It's really hard to look back on it now and go, what on earth happened?
You hear that? That is the sound of hearts breaking all around the world.
She's becoming a royal rock star.
Meghan Markle, once the beloved Duchess of Sussex, was thrust into the global spotlight, a modern-day royal rebel. With Hollywood dreams and royal duties clashing, she quickly became a figure of fascination and controversy. But behind the headlines, Meghan's actions, especially her fashion choices, tell a deeper story. In Tom Bower's Betrayal, he reveals how Meghan strategically dressed to steal the spotlight at a high-profile event, even when the focus should have been on another. So what do you think? Was Meghan's fashion choice intentional or just a coincidence? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. To help us create more videos and uncover the latest royal drama, please subscribe so more people can discover the truth behind these shocking moments. The dress that stole the show. At a private gathering in the serene town of Montecito, all eyes were on Meghan Markle as she made her entrance, stealing the spotlight with her bold fashion choice. Meghan had arrived at an exclusive event hosted by Ted Sarandos, but it wasn't the occasion or the guest list that had people talking. It was her eye-catching chartreuse dress. The moment she stepped into the room, heads turned, and whispers quickly filled the air. The striking hue of her outfit, a vibrant yellow-green, seemed to demand attention, and it didn't take long for critics to make comparisons. The color of Meghan's dress was eerily similar to one worn by actress Carey Mulligan, the evening's guest of honor. Was it just a coincidence, or did Meghan intentionally mirror Carey Mulligan's dress to grab attention and stand out in the crowd? The resemblance was too striking to be purely accidental. While a dress might seem like just a dress, the bold color choice immediately raised eyebrows and fueled speculation. Could Meghan have been subtly trying to overshadow the guest of honor? Or was this another example of her distinctive fashion sense taking center stage? Either way, her choice sparked curiosity, leaving everyone wondering if this was a calculated move or simply Meghan's unique style making a statement. The dress Meghan wore, with its bright and bold color, certainly caught everyone's eye. But it wasn't just the style or fit that made it so attention-grabbing. It was the timing and the context of the moment that made people pause. With so many other famous faces present, could this have been a deliberate move to steal the spotlight? The outfit sparked curiosity, leaving people wondering whether there was more to Meghan's choice than simply fashion. Was it a strategic decision to grab attention, or just a bold statement? Either way, it raised questions that went beyond her outfit. Throughout the evening, as conversations swirled around the room, Meghan's outfit remained a focal point of discussion. Her style, always the subject of media fascination, seemed to have set the stage for another round of speculation. The fact that she chose such a bold color, one that mirrored the attire of the evening's guest of honor, only fueled the fire. Whether intentional or not, Meghan Markle's outfit was undeniably the star of the night, becoming the one topic everyone couldn't stop talking about. Meghan Markle's dress, which was similar to Carey Mulligan's, got people talking at an event attended by many high-profile personalities. But why was Meghan criticized for her choice? Did she intentionally deviate from the dress code given to attendees? Or was it just a coincidence? Let's find out. A night meant for Carey Mulligan. The evening was initially set to honor Carey Mulligan and her remarkable career, but as soon as Meghan Markle arrived, the conversation quickly shifted in her direction. The event, which had a strict black and white dress code, saw Meghan choosing to go against the grain by wearing a vibrant and attention-grabbing color. Her decision didn't go unnoticed and only added fuel to an already buzzing atmosphere. The bold move raised a flurry of questions among guests and critics alike. Why would she choose to stand out in such a noticeable way when the event clearly called for a more muted, classic style? When Meghan stepped out in her striking chartreuse dress, all eyes immediately shifted to her. People started whispering, and it didn't take long for critics to wonder if Meghan was trying to steal the spotlight from Carey Mulligan, the true star of the night. Carey, who had earned her place through years of hard work and incredible achievements, was being celebrated for her career. Was Meghan's bold fashion choice an attempt to outshine her? The tension between Meghan's need to stand out and the respect due to Carey as the guest of honor clearly hit a nerve with many. The situation quickly became a hot topic of debate, both at the event and in the wider public. Was Meghan's outfit a clever move to steal attention from the actress, or was it just bad timing, with the color choice being purely coincidental and without any intention to overshadow? This dilemma sparked endless discussions. Was it a deliberate strategy to draw focus, or simply another example of Meghan expressing her bold individual style? The more people discussed it, the more the question lingered. Was this intentional, or just another fashion moment that went wrong by chance? As the evening unfolded, the focus on Meghan's fashion choice seemed to overshadow what should have been Carey's night. Conversations about the dress swirled around the room, and the spotlight, instead of shining solely on the actress, was now divided. The question lingered. Did Meghan's choice reflect a deeper desire to compete for attention, or was it just a fashion risk that didn't quite land as expected? Whatever the reasoning behind it, the dress was impossible to ignore, and it certainly left an impression that many would be talking about for days to come. People couldn't quite figure out why Meghan chose to wear the same dress as Carey, deviating from the dress code others followed. But who can provide a convincing explanation for Meghan's behavior? And what is his perception of Meghan, even beyond the event that got people talking? Let's uncover the details. Tom Bower's investigations into Meghan Markle. The drama surrounding the event wasn't just about Meghan Markle's eye-catching fashion choice. It also brought back into the spotlight the controversial journalist Tom Bower and his extensive investigations into Meghan's life. Bower, who has spent years digging into Meghan's background, speaking to former colleagues, and compiling a detailed account of her actions and behavior, has become a polarizing figure in the public discussion about the Duchess. His work, often seen as deeply personal and investigative, has raised more than a few eyebrows over the years. For those who have followed his research, Bower's findings seem almost prophetic, offering a deeper understanding of the patterns that seem to persist in Meghan's public life. Whether it's her decisions, the way she handles the media, or her approach to relationships within the royal family, Bower's investigations have uncovered details that many see as clues to understanding her behavior. His book and reporting have not only shed light on aspects of Meghan's life, but have sparked countless debates about her true character and motivations. Some of Bower's conclusions are viewed as harsh by critics who argue that his work is far too one-sided and driven by a personal agenda. These critics claim that Bower's portrayal of Meghan is far from balanced, and that his writings often reflect a deep bias against her. But despite the backlash, his work has undeniably caught the attention of many, particularly those who are looking for an explanation of the complex and often controversial figure that Meghan has become in the public eye. For many, Bower's investigative efforts offer a lens through which to interpret Meghan's actions, especially in high-profile events like this one. His findings provide a backdrop against which people assess her behavior, making it easier for them to understand her public persona. The question of whether Meghan's actions are part of a well-crafted narrative or if they reflect deeper personal patterns continues to fascinate both her supporters and detractors. As the controversy surrounding the event raged on, Bower's name became linked once again to Meghan's public life. His investigations, whether seen as fair or biased, have only added fuel to the debate. For some, his research is key to understanding the Duchess of Sussex. For others, it's merely a lens of criticism that doesn't reflect the full story. Either way, Bower's work continues to shape how Meghan is perceived, especially during moments like this one, when all eyes are on her. Tom Bower has always analyzed and provided precise criticism of Meghan's choices with clear, succinct points. But what reference did he make regarding Meghan's dress code? Could there be a consistent pattern to this behavior? And what does it mean for Meghan to constantly aim at stealing the show? Let's unravel the details. A deliberate move to capture the spotlight. Tom Bower has often pointed to Meghan Markle's time within the royal family as a period where her fashion choices seem to deliberately stand out, often bending or subtly defying the traditional dress codes set by the palace. These decisions, especially during official tours, seem to attract attention in a way that made her the focal point, rather than those the event was meant to celebrate. Whether by choice or circumstance, Meghan's wardrobe frequently ensured that she became the star of the photo, even in settings where the spotlight was intended to shine elsewhere. Bower's analysis suggests that this wasn't just about personal taste or a desire to express her individuality through clothing. Instead, it appears that her fashion choices served a more strategic purpose, aiming to position her as the visual centerpiece. Meghan's ability to consistently draw attention to herself, especially at events meant to highlight others, whether it be a baby, a fellow celebrity like a Netflix actress, or even a formal royal occasion, raises questions. Was this behavior unconscious, an unintentional result of her personal style? Or was it a calculated move designed to keep her in the public eye? This pattern of attention-grabbing fashion is not new for Meghan, and the frequency of it seems to suggest that it is more than just a coincidence. The consistency of her approach hints at something more deliberate, a strategic part of her personal brand. Every outfit, every appearance seems carefully planned to ensure that she remains in the spotlight, regardless of the event's actual focus. Whether this is a conscious choice or something that comes naturally to her, it cannot be denied that Meghan's fashion decisions are central to how she shapes her public image. This curated approach to visibility goes beyond what might be expected from someone in her position. While some may argue that fashion is simply a way to express personal identity, for Meghan, it seems to be much more. It's part of a broader strategy to be constantly seen, constantly in the center of conversations, and always in the visual narrative. Her fashion choices are an integral part of her public persona, a carefully crafted method of ensuring that wherever she goes, her presence is unmistakable and undeniable. Whether this is intentional or a byproduct of her personality, it's clear that the method is working. Beyond Tom Bower highlighting the pattern of Meghan aiming to steal the spotlight on numerous occasions, was she able to get away with such behavior at the event where she wore the same dress as the special guest? Or did it backfire this time? Now, let's uncover the challenges of staying in the spotlight. Harry and Meghan's struggle for relevance. Meghan's bold dress choice at the event wasn't the only thing sparking attention that night. As the evening unfolded, rumors began to circulate that there was tension surrounding Meghan and Harry's attendance. Some speculated that the couple was asked to leave the event early, while others claimed that Meghan had been told either to change her outfit or leave the venue entirely. Though none of these rumors have been confirmed, they seem to fit into a growing narrative about the Sussexes and their current struggles in the public eye. The latest wave of speculation has only fueled the ongoing debate about Harry and Meghan's role in Hollywood. Although they initially made a splash after stepping back from royal duties, it's now obvious that their efforts to stay relevant and keep their celebrity status intact are hitting roadblocks. Once adored at high-profile events and surrounded by major connections, the couple now seems to be struggling to maintain the same level of influence they once had. As their place in the spotlight becomes less certain, the question remains: can they adapt and regain the prominence they once enjoyed? Harry and Meghan's attempts to build a new life in California, especially within the heart of Hollywood, have sparked a range of reactions. They've secured impressive deals with big names like Netflix and Spotify. But their journey through the celebrity world has been far from easy. Over time, public opinion has evolved, and many are now wondering if they still belong in the high-profile circles they once seemed to effortlessly dominate. Has their influence begun to fade, or can they turn the tide and reclaim their place? The tension surrounding their public appearances and Meghan's fashion choices is only part of a larger story. It's becoming clear that the Sussexes are facing an uphill battle in regaining the level of favor they once had, not just with the public, but within the elite circles of Hollywood. As their story continues to unfold, doubts about their long-term influence and ability to stay at the forefront of media attention seem to be growing. The question remains, can Harry and Meghan continue to hold on to their relevance in an ever-changing celebrity landscape? Or are their best days behind them? Rumor has it that Meghan was told to either change her outfit, which was the same as Carey's, or leave the event that brought them together. But could Harry and Meghan be losing relevance in the public eye? And what is happening to their influence Hollywood industry? Let's uncover the details. From royal rebels to fading stars in a glittering world. For some time now, critics have questioned whether Harry and Meghan were trying to fit into a world where they no longer truly belonged. Their appearance in Montecito, a place they've made their home, seemed to confirm these concerns for many people. Not too long ago, the Sussexes were seen as royal rebels, individuals who had broken away from the monarchy to forge their own path. They were celebrated for stepping outside the traditional royal role, bringing a fresh, modern perspective to their new lives. However, fast forward to today, and the couple appears to be struggling to find their footing in the Hollywood spotlight. Once at the center of high-profile events and power circles, Harry and Meghan seem to be grappling with their place in an industry that thrives on constant reinvention. Their public image, once seen as progressive and refreshing, now seems to be losing some of its luster. From their fashion choices to their appearances at social gatherings, every move they make seems to be scrutinized, with some critics questioning whether their presence still carries the same weight it once did. The rumors of Meghan being asked to leave an event, or the couple's sudden departure, only added more fuel to the fire, suggesting that their connection to Hollywood's elite is starting to weaken. The glamorous world of Hollywood, where Harry and Meghan once effortlessly shone, now seems to be slipping through their fingers. Their attempts to stay relevant in the fast-moving entertainment industry are struggling, and their influence is gradually fading. Although they still make appearances, their media presence has changed. Fewer people now see them as trendsetters, and more view them as individuals fighting to hold on to the prominence they once enjoyed. The couple, once at the center of attention, now seems to be grappling with their place in the ever-evolving celebrity world. This struggle is not just about their career in Hollywood, but also about their place in the public's consciousness. The couple's personal brand, once seen as dynamic and bold, now seems to be under a microscope, with every choice they make being analyzed and critiqued. What was once seen as fresh and inspiring now seems like an attempt to reclaim a spotlight that is slipping further away. The Sussexes' struggle to fit into their new life after stepping away from royal duties is becoming more apparent with every move they make. It's clear that Harry and Meghan are finding it difficult to stay relevant and are losing their influence. But how are they managing their growing irrelevance to avoid being ridiculed? Now let's explore the mysterious twist that deepened the Sussexes' event controversy: the vanishing photos. The situation became even more mysterious when it was revealed that several photos from the event, which had initially been posted online, suddenly disappeared from Getty Images. This sparked a wave of speculation about what might have caused such a strange disappearance. Was it simply a technical issue or a licensing problem? Or was there something more deliberate happening behind the scenes? The photos' removal quickly became a hot topic of discussion as people tried to make sense of why they were taken down. Instead of the photos that stayed online, it was the ones that mysteriously disappeared that truly caught everyone's attention. People couldn't stop asking, why were these images taken down, and who decided to remove them? Was it a deliberate move to control the narrative, or to manage potential fallout from a controversial event? The sudden removal of these images only deepened the mystery, leaving people wondering if there was more to the story than meets the eye. This added an intriguing twist to the entire situation, sparking even more speculation and curiosity about what was really going on behind the scenes. It seemed like image control and damage management were in full swing, sparking curiosity about whether Harry and Meghan, or their team, were trying to manipulate how the event would be remembered. In the world of public relations, how things are perceived can make or break reputations, and deleting certain photos might have been a tactic to reduce any negative fallout. But as the story continued to unfold, even more questions emerged. Who had the authority to remove those images, and what message were they trying to convey by doing so? The mystery only deepened, leaving many intrigued. The disappearance of these photos only deepened the mystery surrounding the event, turning it into something more than just a fashion choice or an awkward moment. It became a puzzle that people were eager to solve, with theories flying left and right. Whether it was a deliberate act of damage control or a simple mix-up, the vanishing images became a key piece of the story, one that kept everyone talking and wondering what was really going on behind the scenes. If the controversial images that could be used to ridicule Harry and Meghan disappear online to avoid humiliation, what's left for people to discuss about the couple? And can they always control the damage from their series of controversial behaviors? Let's find out. A cooling reception down under. The drama surrounding Harry and Meghan didn't end in California. Soon after the event, all eyes shifted to their reported trip to Australia, where the couple found themselves under fire once again. This time, it was over the costs associated with their visit, particularly their ticket prices, which many found excessive. Along with this, petitions calling for their visit to be reconsidered started to gain traction. What some saw as an overblown and unfair backlash, others believed was a clear sign that the Sussexes' global charm might be starting to fade. Harry and Meghan, once hailed as a dynamic power couple who could captivate audiences worldwide, now find themselves attracting a different kind of attention. The excitement and admiration they once enjoyed seemed to be fading, replaced by growing doubts and increasing criticism. Where they were once the center of attention, eagerly watched by millions, their every move now sparks mixed reactions. Public support, which once felt unwavering, no longer seems as certain. Instead of adoration, they now face a steady stream of skepticism, leaving many wondering if their star power is truly fading or just shifting in a new direction. The couple, who once drew crowds wherever they went, now find themselves under the scrutiny of not just the media, but of everyday people, too. Their visit to Australia, instead of being another dazzling chapter in their post-royal lives, became a point of contention, with many questioning their motivations and the cost of their presence. The ticket prices, which some saw as a sign of their continued star power, were instead viewed by others as an example of their growing detachment from the very people they once sought to inspire. This shift in perception highlights the challenges Harry and Meghan now face as they try to maintain their place in the global spotlight. Their once unshakable appeal seems to be diminishing, as they are now navigating a world where their every action is dissected, criticized, and questioned. No longer the untouchable figures they once were, the Sussexes now seem to be grappling with the reality that their global influence is not as guaranteed as it once seemed. The support they took for granted is no longer a given, and with each new move, the couple is left to wonder how much longer they can hold on to the relevance they once had. The couple couldn't escape public criticism due to their numerous and consistent controversial outings. But what's next for Harry and Meghan? Can they still reshape the public's perception about them? Or is the damage beyond control? Let's uncover the details. Harry and Meghan's uncertain future. So, what's next for Harry and Meghan? Not long ago, they were seen as a couple with an incredibly bright future, poised to make waves on their own terms. But now their path forward seems shrouded in uncertainty. They no longer command the level of admiration and influence they once enjoyed, and their recent public appearances have only added to the confusion about where they go from here. The events surrounding their time in Montecito, including Meghan's controversial dress choice, the mystery of the disappearing photos, and their rumored departure from the event only added fuel to the fire. It wasn't just the headlines that followed. The public's reaction has been a mixed bag of curiosity and skepticism. Their every move, once met with applause, now seems to be followed by more questions than answers. The couple, who once thrived in the limelight, now seems to be struggling to navigate the very spotlight they used to embrace so confidently. Even their visit to Australia, a trip that might have once been a chance to reconnect with their global fan base, ended up mired in controversy. The high ticket prices, the petitions questioning their visit, and the scrutiny over the costs associated with the trip all pointed to a shift in the public's perception. Instead of the warm welcome they might have expected, they faced criticism, which only made it clearer that their image, once so untouchable, was beginning to crack. Despite all this, Harry and Meghan's story is far from over. While it's impossible to predict exactly where they'll go from here, one thing is certain. The challenges they're facing right now are significant, and their future in the public eye remains uncertain. Will they be able to reclaim their former glory, or will they continue to battle with their place in the ever-changing landscape of celebrity and public opinion? The reality is, no one really knows. What we can be sure of is that their journey is far from finished. They may face tough times ahead, but they also have the opportunity to turn things around. The next chapter of their story could either see them rising again, or it could mark the beginning of an entirely new phase, one that may not be as glamorous as their earlier days. Whether for better or worse, their saga is still unfolding, and the best, or perhaps the worst, is yet to come. For now, all we can do is watch as they navigate this turbulent period, waiting to see if they can reinvent themselves once again, or if they will fade further into the background. One thing is clear. Harry and Meghan have a long road ahead, and how they walk it will determine how their legacy is remembered. So, what do you think about Meghan's controversial outfit? Could this be her way of staying relevant? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.